another one of the characters that you write about, and it's not too many pages, but it's packed. And I let the readers pick it up about Tim Cook. Now, when he took over, we all have this perception of a persona of a guy whose attention to details, among other things, is what he is known for. But you also compare him to Immanuel Kant, whose daily routine was so consistent, you write, that residents could set their watch to when he strolled by. And I found it because I work in a place where I need to go through Excel sheets, among others. But this was, tell us about Tim Cook a little bit. I know we are running out of time before we wind up, because you also unpack his personality, which people, again, there's no biography of Tim Cook as such, which is very popular and has sold millions of copies, but you cover him as well. How is his working style? How is it different from Jobs? And with some examples.
Yeah, in some ways, he's the opposite of Jobs, but he's sort of the perfect counterpart. So, Jobs doesn't suffer fools, and neither does Tim Cook. Tim Cook sets a standard of minutiae and details on the very first day that he holds a meeting, where instead of 90 minutes, the meeting goes for 13 hours. And it goes that long because his expectations of how well you know the details is just on a level that nobody at Apple had ever really experienced before. I mean, among the funny details is that Apple doesn't assign him an assistant. It assigns him 2 assistants to split the day, because he's prone to coming into work at 6 a.m. and then you can't really expect someone to still be there at 10 p.m. But, he's Tim Cook. That's what he's going to do. So they have someone who, stops at 2 p.m. and then someone whose shift starts at 2 p.m. and goes till 10 p.m. Right? He is work ethic incarnate. He is competence incarnate. I don't think he's the most exciting CEO, but that's not a diss. That's just, he doesn't have the flamboyance, the charisma of an Elon Musk or a Steve Jobs, certainly. But he has a perfectionist mindset, and he's intolerant of people not thinking many steps down the road and planning for it. And so the chapter on him, he's throughout the book, but I have one chapter really introducing him. I recently re-listened to it, and I'm really happy with it because I don't think it's a negative portrayal. I have publicly called for, Apple to choose a new CEO because I think they're in a different paradigm now where you need product vision, you need product design, you need AI, and I don't think that's what Tim Cook represents. But in my description of what he does bring to the company, I think it's really fair. And look, he brings a lot to the company. I don't know that there could have been a better senior vice president in operations to really turn chaos into world-leading order in the period 1998 to 2011. He does a magnificent job. Of course, my book is about the blind spot of what it means to have done that all in a foreign country, just as it turned belligerent. But let's not sort of let that narrative escape from how well he does, because Apple's a failing company when he takes over, and it's world-leading a decade later. And a lot of that has to do with operations rather than just product design.